real estate market has become a classic case of Hollywood suspense. Will prices remain stagnant or experience a sudden collapse? With the recent changes in the industry that are so fast-paced, it is hard to escape the supposition that there is a WWE-level drama happening in the finance world. A mouth-drooling dish has been cooking in the vessel of the real estate market. If you want the bite, this video might be all that you need to watch. Flat fortunes May. May flies by, but the spring home buying season is still in hibernation mode. In fact, it might just stay in bed all day and binge watch Netflix. Mortgage rates went up hiking by 15 basis points last month, and existing home sales took a tumble in March 2023. The only silver lining is that the median existing home sales price has dropped slightly for 2 months in a row, which is like finding $1 in your pocket after doing laundry. But don't get too excited, because the chances of prices plummeting across the country are about as likely as winning the lottery. The modern-day market analogy. The housing inventory is as scarce as a parking lot at the mall on Black Friday, and that's keeping prices high. This means that first-time homebuyers are struggling to find affordable options.
First thing we tell people is just to be patient. A lot of people see houses for 2 or 3 weeks, they're ready to pull the trigger immediately, but take your time.
Yeah.
Consider buying a 2 or 3 family home. You could actually use the rental income from that property to pay some of the mortgage.
And are more likely to be living with their parents than ever before. Of course, that brings no problems to Asians.
Both of you are living with your parents?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And how does that work?
You live with your family?
No.
How does that work?
The only people who seem to be enjoying the housing market are those who bought their homes at rock-bottom interest rates and have no intention of moving out.
I miss you so much. I miss you.
They're like those annoying neighbors who throw a party every weekend but never invite you. If you're hoping to buy a house this year, you might want to start praying to God. And even if you find a place you like, you better be prepared to pay a hefty price for it. It's like that saying goes, if you can't afford a house, just keep renting and hope for the best.
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
The spring home buying season, where buyers and sellers come together in a game of real estate chicken. But this year, it's more like a game of real estate chicken with extra spicy sauce. With mortgage rates and home prices higher than a giraffe's neck, many prospective homebuyers are running for the hills faster than a bear chasing a picnic basket. And who can blame them? The economy is as stable as a Jenga tower, and a recession could be looming around the corner like a creepy neighbor. The stats and the changes. The Federal Reserve is making moves like a chess grandmaster. On May 3rd, they raised the key interest rate by 1/4 percentage point, which is about as shocking as finding out the sky is blue. And if inflation goes down, they might stop playing with rates. All of this uncertainty has put the housing market in a pickle. On the one hand, the median existing home sales price has gone down by 0.9% to $375,700 in March compared to a year ago, according to the National Association of Realtors, or NAR. That's great news for home shoppers who were starting to think they'd have to sell a kidney to afford a down payment. But on the other hand, total existing home sales have dipped by 2.4% from February to March and are down a whopping 22% from a year ago per NAR. It's like the housing market is on a roller coaster and nobody knows if they're going up or down. The US Federal Reserve's announcement to increase interest rates adds a touch of drama, as it could lead to a slowdown in the housing market. But fear not, dear audience, as there is a glimmer of hope. Unlike in the movies, where history tends to repeat itself, the 2008 market crash was a lesson learned. Lending standards have been reinforced, making a significant drop in prices unlikely. Zillow's report plays the role of the script, projecting a slowdown in the US housing market over the next 5 years, with prices either remaining flat or experiencing a modest decline. Home values are expected to increase by 5.5% over the next year, a significant departure from the 16.9% surge in 2021. Zillow predicts home values to increase by 3.5% in 2023, 3.4% in 2024, 3.3% in 2025, and 3.2% in 2026. The report also warns that the number of homes for sale will continue to be low, putting upward pressure on prices. The experts opine. The real estate market is a mysterious creature difficult to predict and always evolving. With so much speculation about the forecast of the housing market in 2023 and 2024, what can we expect for the years that follow? Although forecasting the housing market for the next 5 years is no easy feat, experts have offered some intriguing insights into what may happen. According to Lawrence Yun, the chief economist at NAR, home sales are trying to recover and are highly sensitive to changes in mortgage rates. But until the market gets more supply, it's like watching a lion fight over a scrap of meat. Multiple offers on starter homes are as common as bad drivers on the road. So, if you're looking to buy or sell a home this season, buckle up and hold on tight. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. George Ratiu, senior economist at Realtor.com, opines that home prices are not expected to drop in 2023. However, he expects pricing to remain steady. Greg McBride, Bankright's chief financial analyst, agrees that prices will remain relatively flat. However, he notes that even if inflation eases and mortgage rates drop, the strain on buyers will only slightly ease. And while a drop in prices would be welcome news for house hunters, Alex Johnson, a senior director at Redfin, warns that overall home affordability won't change dramatically. It seems that even a slight decrease in prices won't be enough to offset the rising interest rate, according to Vladislav Shershikov, a senior analyst at Better.com. Nevertheless, Scott Krinsky, a partner in the residential banking department at Manhattan law firm Romer DeBoss, says that many potential buyers are still waiting for their chance to enter the market. If home prices do ease, it's likely that some of these buyers will finally emerge from the sidelines. So, while it's not the news many hopeful buyers want to hear, the message is clear. Don't hold your breath for a significant drop in home prices anytime soon. However, steady prices may offer some stability in a constantly changing market, and those who can afford to buy now may benefit from not waiting any longer. Wild guesses and the mystery. The COVID-19 pandemic was the recent major event that left a lasting impact on real estate.
When houses flood the real estate market, but many of you have held off on selling your homes. The ones that are for sale have less competition, and their prices have been almost 6% higher than a year before. Some realtors I've been talking to say that sales have remained strong even with stay-at-home orders, even though showings have been strange. They've had to wear masks and gloves as they go through homes.
Its effect will continue to shape the supply and demand of regional housing markets until 2025. As emerging technologies continue to evolve, demographics shift, and remote work becomes more commonplace, we can expect to see some fascinating trends emerge that will shape the housing market in the future. The U.S. News Housing Market Index provides a data-driven overview of the housing market nationwide and serves as one of the authoritative sources for the information presented in this article. While there is a possibility that median home prices could fall by 5% in 2024, if mortgage rates decline faster than predicted, home prices could remain mostly flat through the end of 2024. However, there is an air of mystery surrounding the market. What will happen if real incomes rise faster than inflation? It's possible that the combination of extra purchasing power and lower mortgage rates could boost affordability, leading to tremendous increased home sales and prices. And what if real incomes rise from 2025 through 2027? Home prices could rise again by approximately 1% to 2% above the current inflation rate. Even if it feels like a horse bet against odds for the market to gain a gigantic uptrend, it all depends on underlying factors. We can witness perhaps some of the biggest movements of the decade, but that's only a what-if case. But there's no denying that the real estate market is unpredictable and can change in the blink of an eye. It could take some time to reach the home value heights of mid-2022, and there may be unexpected factors that come into play that could drastically alter the market's trajectory. Verdict. One thing is for sure, the real estate market will see a major improvement either in the form of a drastic fall or tremendous increment in value. The ambiguities happening under the hood of the market have locked in mysteries which will reveal the faces on the edge of 2023 and 2024.